picking up some terrifying trinkets. Here's your look at the new Factory Entertainment horror KUZOS. KUZOS are detailed die-cast metal collectibles based on iconic movie and television characters and props. KUZOS are designed to provide pop culture fans with a wide range of high-quality, officially licensed collectibles without stressing their budgets or available display space. Every KUZO comes in a collector-quality clamshell package. The Factory Entertainment horror KUZOS are sold individually in specialty stores and comic book stores, or they're also sold online, individually or as a set of 3. I did the latter and ordered these online over on Entertainment Earth's website. I'll provide the link down below in the video description if you guys are interested. Pick these up for yourself. At least one thing about them being sold individually: if there's one that you like over the others, you don't feel like you have to buy the set of 3 and just have these extra ones that you really don't like. Like I said, you can buy them individually. We're going to bring in the packaging that comes included with Michael Myers' mask. Somewhat ironic because I think it's the weakest of the batch, but the reasoning why I bring the packaging is I wanted to draw your attention to the collector-friendly packaging that Factory Entertainment include for these. The fact that you have these little seals on the side that once you cut through them, you just get your hand in there and you can open up the packaging like that, and then you can gain access and remove the collectible found inside. You can then store these away, that if you decide at a later date that you no longer want to have these loose and on display, once again, you just go back to the packaging, open it back up, put your collectible back in, and then snap shut the clamshell case. I really like the fact that they did that. I'll flip it around on the back. One other option available, even though I don't know if I would be willing to go to this extreme to display these. I don't really love them that much. But there is the option as well to pick up later on a bell jar display. And then you can display your KUZOS inside as well. Let's move the packaging out of the way. Getting a closer look at these, and like I said, they're all individually sold, but I just bought all 3 of these over on Entertainment Earth's website. We're going to start things off first with one of my personal favorites. Probably I would say is my favorite of the 3, and that's the Jason mask. It's replicated from the poster that we see from Final Chapter. So, of course, we've got the knife lodged into its one eye hole. It's okay. You know, it's a passable enough looking replica of the Jason mask. I sort of asked myself the question, maybe not this one, but as I'm looking at these, what market is this geared towards? Is there really a call, a demand by horror fans out there? I want little small collectibles of Jason's mask, Freddy's glove, Michael Myers' mask. Maybe there is. I never thought there was. Anyways, this one is metal. They're all metal, by the way. And it's cool to the touch and it has a little bit of weight to it. Sort of the size of them, I feel like these would be things that would be in blind bags. Not something that would be sold as a high-end collectible. I mean, again, for the price point of these, individually, I think I found these at my local comic book store, and they were sitting at around $13 to $14. I don't know, $13, $14 is a bit of a stretch. Even if it's die-cast, it's a bit of a stretch. You can see that the mask is sitting in a pool of blood, Jason's own blood. The knife is strange. Like, it looks like it's been taped up with electrical tape, and it's lodged into, like I said, one of Jason's eyes here. Pool of blood is formed underneath the mask. Strangely enough, the shadowing on the side of Jason's mask is the same coloring as the pool. Could they not have used a different color instead of just going with the red? The chevrons are passable, I suppose. A little sloppy in some of the areas. At least you got the middle triangular chevron there, and then you sort of got these little suggestions of chevrons on either side, and at least you've got the little air holes in there. Jason's mask is the better of the lot. It sort of degrades a bit as we look at the rest of these. Again, if you like the idea of a little collectible, I guess it checks the boxes off, but still I feel like what call is this answering? Anyways, you can see that it's not hollow on the inside either. It's solid metal. It's okay. We're going to put down Jason's mask. We're going to kind of just volley ourselves over top of Michael Myers' mask. I want to leave that for last. I think it's, like I said, it's the weakest of the batch. Let's pick up next Freddy's glove. And yeah, I guess if you were that person that's saying, geez, I wish they would come out with a die-cast replica of Freddy's glove, miniaturized, and not something I could actually wear, this checks off all those boxes. I don't know what movie this is from. We're just going to assume it's a Freddy glove from unnamed title. It does have the open area where you can see his palm on the inside. They brushed on some additional brown for no other reason than just to add a little bit of extra color. Speaking of extra little bit of color, what's going on with the nails? I'm guessing it's supposed to replicate blood, but it actually looks like it's pink instead of red. I mean, like, this red isn't so bad, the one that's on this nail, but all the other ones look like they're way too bright. You know, to the credit, at least it's painted decently enough, I guess, for its size. There are a few little areas that are a little on the sloppier side, especially when we look at the fingers underneath there. They have just completely said, you know what, we don't need to paint Freddy's gloves here. Instead, we'll just believe, I guess he's wearing fingerless gloves. And again, they've brushed on the brown on there as well. There is no posability going forward. And I guess if you want to go the more elaborate route, just, yeah, get that bell display. Why? Anyways, there's Freddy's glove. The worst of the batch, the worst culprit of it all, actually, is the Michael Myers mask. It's supposed to be, if you could believe it, Halloween 2 Michael Myers. Although while looking at it, it looks like it's Halloween 4 Michael Myers, and it actually looks like he's wearing a beanie or a beret. Michael Myers is wearing a beret. Apparently, they had no need to just sculpt in the hair. It just looks like somebody just took a wad of Play-Doh and put it on top of Michael Myers' head. The eyes are okay, I suppose, if you want. Like, this isn't supposed to be something that's on Michael Myers. This is something that's loose. It's advertised as Michael Myers mask. They could have made the eyes a little bit more sunken in instead of just painting them in black. I mean, the lips, it looks like somebody, once again, has just taped up Michael Myers' mouth with electrical tape. Let's talk about the positives. We'll move away from the Play-Doh beret. It has nice brushing added here as well. So you can see up close and personal. They brushed on what looks to be almost like a darker brownish beige. I mean, it adds a nice contrast, so it's not simply just the white. But it is easily the worst of the batch. I mean, if these were sold as a set, you could easily say, well, okay, the Jason's mask is good. Freddy's glove degrades a bit. It's not as good. And by far the worst is Michael Myers' mask, but I'm stuck with it. But the fact that you have to buy these individually, the fact that you can buy these individually, I feel like the Michael Myers I would just pass on completely. Again, like no sculpting of the hair whatsoever. And I have to remind everybody that these sit at around $11 to $12. I think online I paid about $34.99 over on Entertainment Earth's website. If anything, I picked them up because I thought they checked off a niche market, but now that I actually have these in hand, I ask myself again, who really wants Play-Doh beret Michael Myers? Easily is the worst of the batch. They didn't even sculpt like the bottom of the mask either. It's just completely solid. At least they painted it, but why wouldn't they have actually sculpted it so it looked like a mask instead of it looked like somebody just cut off Michael Myers' head? Maybe Laurie was around. As a whole, I mean, they're not great at all. Factory Entertainment claims that these are licensed products, but again, the fact that they would have to acquire the license to produce these in the first place and then put out these lackluster collectibles. Yes, they're painted. Yes, they're die cast, but is this something that really anybody is asking for? I just really wish that some company would produce die cast horror collectibles with inferior paint jobs, and I wish somebody would make a smaller scale Michael Myers mask that looked like he was wearing Play-Doh beret. Answering the call, Factory Entertainment with their brand new lineup of horror KUZOS. So, I guess Michael Myers is wearing a Play-Doh beret. You know, the kind you find in a small town store. You know, I just want to remind everybody, I'm stopping first. I just want to remind everybody that these are officially licensed replicas. Two things really wrong with saying that. The very idea of calling these replicas, when, if anything, put on the packaging, mildly suggested by things we saw in the movie, would be a better way to describe these. The Jason's mask is the better of the batch. It's not saying a lot, but at least it's passable. That if you were just to buy one of them, I would say, get the Jason's mask. Just, you have extra money in your pocket. You're at a local comic book store. Hey, you know what? I like Jason. Pick it up. The Freddy's glove slips to silver, and even then, that's being generous. I don't know what would be below the bronze. It would just be a ribbon for trying out. That's what Michael Myers' mask gets. It gets the trying out. Thanks for coming. Here's a cup of orange juice. You know, thanks for coming to the track meet today. That's what Michael Myers' mask would get. Advertised at the very least on the packaging Halloween 4. I don't know what licensing, by the way, officially licensed. I don't know what licensing they had at their disposal. If anything, for a mask looking like this, advertise it as Halloween 4. Halloween 4 is even a stretch. But then to say Halloween 2, we're like out into the stratosphere of how close that resembles the Halloween 2 Michael Myers mask. If anything, I think they should have released the pumpkins from Halloween. Just a series of pumpkins. I'm sure they probably could get the licensing for that. Because at the very least, I could use the pumpkins. I could display them with some of my figures I have on my shelf. But just to have a severed head of Michael Myers with a Play-Doh beret looking lifeless sort of just describes this series of collectibles. Lifeless. Pick them up if you want. Pick them up, if anything, if you see them in person, but don't just buy them blindly online. I hope reviews like this certainly has told you pretty much what you're going to be getting if you're looking to pick these up for yourself. Again, I don't know what market this is gearing it towards. Is there really a call, a demand? Are we, as the horror collecting community, saying to ourselves, I want die-cast, lackluster replicas? Again, if that's what you want, then these are great collectibles to be going with. I personally would probably just pass on them altogether. But again, if you have a few extra dollars in your pocket and you're looking to add a collectible of Freddy's glove for no other reason than, hey, it's got nail polish on it, you can pick up these collectibles for yourself. Speaking of which, though, like I said, I did order these online over on Entertainment Earth's website. I'll provide the link down below. If you again wanted to pick these up for yourself, they're available over on Entertainment Earth's website. Officially licensed. I'm just gonna leave that with you guys. What do you guys think of the horror KUZOS? Have you picked up any of these for yourself? Let me know down below in the comments section. And hey now, if you are new to this channel, you're enjoying the content you're seeing, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, turn on the bell notification, and keep your peepers peeled, officially licensed, because we're going to have more videos coming your way. Well, probably not more from Factory Entertainment. I think they should stick with the He-Man stuff. Just don't touch the horror. But lots of stuff coming your way, guys. As always, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.